The giant spiders of the Congo, the Djobor Fofi mystery. Deep within the dense, steaming jungles of the Congo Basin, where even sunlight struggles to pierce the canopy, lurks something ancient and enormous. Locals whisper its name only in hushed tones, Djobor Fofi, the giant spider. For generations, explorers, missionaries, and tribal hunters have told tales of monstrous arachnids, creatures as large as a dog, weaving webs strong enough to trap birds, or even a person. But what if these weren't just tales? What if something truly monstrous still crawls beneath those tangled vines, a living fossil from a time when the world itself was darker and far more dangerous? Tonight, we peer into one of the Congo's oldest and most terrifying legends, the story of the Djobor Fofi, the giant spider said to stalk men in the night. The story begins in the early 20th century, when European explorers first ventured into the uncharted Congolese jungles. Missionaries and colonial surveyors recorded strange accounts from local tribes, the Boka and the Boike people, who warned them not to travel certain forest paths at dusk. One of these explorers, K. Lloyd, and his companion, a man named Weeks, documented a chilling encounter in the 1930s. As the story goes, they were traveling along a narrow jungle trail when a strange ship scuttled across the path ahead. It moved fast, with a low, deliberate rhythm, thump, thump, thump. When they approached, they saw what they believed was a giant spider. Its legs spanned nearly 1.5 meters across, its body covered in brownish hair, and its fangs glistening like polished ebony. It darted into the underbrush before they could even raise their rifles. They thought it was a hallucination, until they later found a web spanning across the path, thick as fishing line, and an enormous egg sac hanging in its center. The local guide refused to go any further. He told them the creature was the Djobor Fofi, a spider that was once common but had retreated deep into the forest as the land was settled. According to him, its web could trap small animals, and even, on rare occasions, humans who strayed too far from the villages. Years later, similar stories surfaced. A group of missionaries in 1950s Uganda, not far from the Congo border, reported that one of their local boys had been bitten by what they described as a massive brown spider. The boy became violently ill, and within hours, died. His symptoms, fever, paralysis, and swelling, didn't match any known bite from African tarantulas or scorpions. Word spread again, the Djobor Fofi had struck. To the Boka tribe, the Djobor Fofi isn't just a monster, it's a guardian of forbidden places. They say it lives in underground tunnels, emerging only to hunt. The tunnels are marked by large, circular holes lined with silk traps for the unwary. Elders speak of the mating season, the time when dozens of young spiders emerge and scatter through the jungle. The villagers burn the forest edges during these months, not to clear land, but to keep the spiders away. Some claim the eggs are the size of golf balls, soft and luminous in the moonlight. But reports didn't stop with folklore. In the 1990s, a British cryptozoologist named Bill Gibbons traveled to the Congo in search of another legend, Mukeli Mnembi, the living dinosaur. While interviewing local tribes, he was told about a second creature that frightened even the most seasoned hunters. When Gibbons described animals of the region, one of the men interrupted him and said,
"No, not like that. This one has 8 legs. Big. Hairy. Kills men."
Gibbons was stunned. The hunters insisted it was real, describing a creature roughly 1.2 meters across, ambushing prey from burrows, just like a trapdoor spider. The name they used was the same, Djobor Fofi. Even Gibbons' interpreter seemed unnerved, saying that he himself had seen one years ago, crossing a forest road, its movement so fast and smooth that he first thought it was a small monkey. Modern skeptics, of course, dismiss the tales. They argue that giant spiders can't exist, their exoskeletons couldn't support such size in Earth's current atmosphere. But nature has surprised us before. Prehistoric spiders like Megarak grew massive in the Carboniferous Age, when oxygen levels were higher. Could remnants of such species have survived in isolated, untouched regions? Others suggest that witnesses saw giant baboon spiders, enormous tarantulas that can reach up to 30 centimeters. But even then, something doesn't add up. The webs described in reports are far stronger and larger than anything those spiders could create. There are also strange footage snippets, blurry, low-resolution clips from the 2000s, allegedly showing a dark form with long legs moving in the shadows of a Congolese jungle road. None have ever been confirmed as real, but none have been fully debunked either. Imagine trekking through that dense, humid maze of vines and roots, and hearing a faint clicking sound from behind. You shine your flashlight, and two glassy eyes reflect the beam. Then the sound of soft, quick scraping on bark. And silence. Is it your imagination? Or has the Jobber Fofi found you? To this day, no physical evidence of the Jobber Fofi has ever been recovered, no carcass, no web, no egg sac. Yet the stories persist, passed down through generations, retold by explorers and hunters who swear they've seen something impossible. Maybe it's a case of mistaken identity. Or maybe, deep in those endless jungles where humans still haven't walked, something ancient still stirs. Would you dare to walk those trails at night, knowing something might be watching from the trees above? If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more mysteries from the orb. Until next time.